A 3% rise in Litecoin is expected by tomorrow, based on Traders Union metrics. To start, here's how the movement looks at this stage. Litecoin has moved 1.6% lower since yesterday and is now around $43.36. Let's unpack today's forecast from experts. The forecast by 30 rate suggests $43.02 by July 9th, a value about 0.8% lower than now. CoinCodex projects Litecoin will trend higher toward $43.90, a projected increase of 1.2%. According to Gov Capital Collector, it may edge higher toward $44.25, an estimated gain near 2.1%. A separate analysis by Traders Union points to Litecoin moving up to $44.65, a potential gain of 3%. Finally, Crypto Predictions projects the price at $45.06 by tomorrow, 3.9% above current price. It's the most lucrative outlook overall. Forecasts are in. Let's see what the data says next. Let's take a closer look at what each forecast could return. Looking across the forecasts from each market expert, the price may shift anywhere between a decrease of 0.8% and a gain of 3.9%, depending on the analyst. That means Crypto Predictions is set to achieve the highest return with 3.9% rise in value by July 9. So it turns out you might see gains of between $8 and $39 for every $1,000 you invest. Looking at probabilities, 30 Rates' forecast ranks as the strongest with a 84.9% chance of success. By merging all 5 forecasts, I've established a single consensus view. Consensus modeling shows Litecoin positioned for an increase of around 1.9%. Let's dive into the numbers. Consensus guidance points to a 1.9% gain by tomorrow. Put another way, your capital may also advance by 1.9% in line with that forecast. A 1,000 setup might point to a potential $19 increase. So by probability measures, the consensus view for Litecoin is given a chance of around 76.4%. For the short term, let's see what analysts predict across the 3-day period. A flat trend is suggested by 30 Rates. A drop is expected by CoinCodex, reinforcing the downside view. According to Gov Capital Collector, the short-term direction points upward. Also, Traders Union suggests the short-term path is upward. Also, Crypto Predictions predicts steady gains ahead. By merging all analyst projections, the consensus suggests potential for Litecoin to push higher over the coming 3 days. At this stage, 60% of analyst opinions reflect a bullish scenario for Litecoin. 2 days ago, 5 forecasts were released. Let's see how they stacked up yesterday. As a result, the verified closing price was $43.88. Yesterday showed that just a minority of analysts matched the trend. Traders Union demonstrated the strongest accuracy. Let's go through it. Yesterday's candle covered just one prediction. Looking at ROI, some analysts managed to post gains, with Gov Capital Collector performing best overall. Here's the combined results. Every forecast tested and displayed. Looking at performance, the forecast probability for CoinLore was 82.5%, with $1.27 accuracy and minus 1.6% ROI. Try to spot the analyst with the most accurate outcome. Let's take a look at how tomorrow's income expectations appear across multiple assets. Litecoin isn't on top this time as Shiba Inu leads with 7%. Only 5 cryptocurrencies are included in this section, and a wider comparison across many assets is already available on my website. If you liked how I reviewed different analysts together, hit like and subscribe to follow the next comparison. Catch you later.